What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the vault. My name is Money, and I've been standing outside in the snow until somebody can answer the question, is Squirtle furry or not? But Funko finally heard my prayers, they answered my question, and I'm glad we got that squared away. Okay, a little cold out there. Today we're going to be trying to answer the question, why the fuck does this exist? Now, this is a video that I've wanted to make for quite some time, and since 2021 is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, I wanted to take advantage of this opportunity to celebrate a franchise that shaped my childhood as well as my adulthood and their recent relationship with the toy giant Funko. Now, let me get one thing straight here. I am going to be pushing an anti-Charizard agenda throughout this entire video, but with that being said, I still find it absolutely insane that after 2 years into Funko and Pokemon's partnership, there are still so many iconic Pokemon that have not yet been turned into Pops. And although I don't care for them, Charizard is a prime example of this. Charizard, Greninja, Snorlax, literally any other starter that isn't from the Kanto would all make incredible Pops, but for some reason, Funko continues to prioritize variants over original Pokemon designs. And this video is going to try and explain why. We're going to look at the facts, we're going to look at the logic, and we're going to look at all of the outside forces that could be influencing Funko's decision to make what they actually want to make. Pokemon was first released in 1996, and since its conception on the Game Boy, it has spanned 8 generations. While each generation has had its controversy or a moment that have made consumers wonder what the fuck were they thinking, one thing has remained the same throughout: awesome creature designs. Each generation does, of course, have Pokemon that fans forget about or that don't get a lot of love from the Pokemon company themselves, but each generation has also introduced fan favorites that have wiggled their ways into our hearts. Generation 2 gave us Heracross, Umbreon, and Espeon. Generation 4 brought us greats such as Lucario, Garchomp, and Luxray, and Generation 5 brought us an entirely new Pokedex with Chandelure, Zoroark, and Volcarona. Even in the newer 3D era of Pokemon titles, Game Freak is still introducing new designs that go on to become fan favorites like Greninja, Mimikyu, and Dragapult. And throughout this newer era of Pokemon, it is abundantly clear that Game Freak likes to shoehorn Generation 1 into each and every game. For example, a majority of Alolan forms were based on Kanto Pokemon, and even in the most recent title, Sword and Shield, the champion of the region has a Charizard as his prized partner Pokemon, rather than a new creature that was introduced in Gen 8. Like, give me a fucking break! Why does Game Freak's obsession with Gen 1 matter to a video about their partnership with Funko? Well... oh, brother, this guy stinks! The Pokemon release timeline for Funko is actually pretty straightforward. It began with the surprise launch of Pikachu at Target, and then Funko alternated between doing a different Kanto starter and a Target-exclusive 10-inch version of the Pop that was just released. This lasted for about a year, and then Funko decided to say fuck it and make full waves with 4 Pops per wave. And I don't know about you, but I don't think that 4 Pops constitutes a full wave, but I guess we'll give Funko this one pass. While these, quote, larger waves were being released, 2 flocked versions of pre-existing Pokemon began to be a staple at every major Comic-Con of 2020, with the only exclusive being a GameStop exclusive Squirtle and Pikachu 2-pack. As we moved into the 4th common wave, Funko began to release one silver metallic variant to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the franchise, as well as a Target exclusive 10-inch metallic Pikachu. At the time of making this video, the last 2 things to come out from Funko that are Pokemon related are 2 Diamond Edition Pops. It would be a safe bet to say that there will be at least 2 more waves in 2021, one with a silver Charmander and one with a silver Squirtle. Funko's release cycle for the Pokemon franchise is actually pretty reliable. You have 4 commons and then a 10-inch, 4 commons and a 10-inch, and that pattern kind of just repeats itself. And I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the 10-inch Pokemon because they take up a lot of room, but personally, I actually do like them. I take a majority of them out of box, and even behind me, I have some of them displayed in the background of all of my videos, because I like to keep my favorite Pokemon with me at all times, but please don't ask me where I keep my 10-inch Charmander. Is that considered negligence? But if you look at the cold hard facts, there's plenty of evidence as to why Funko is sadly only making Generation 1 Pokemon. In a poll run by the Pokemon Company of Japan back in 2016, every single Pokemon was ranked by fans, with this image showing the top 12 most popular Pokemon of Generations 1 through 6. This next image shows the next 100 most popular Pokemon. It's no surprise that a majority of these ended up being from the Kanto. In fact, 25 of the most popular Pokemon are from Generation 1. and here is a breakdown showing exactly how many Pokemon from each generation showed up in this poll. Now, the Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield generations are absent from this poll because of course they hadn't been released yet, but I feel like it probably represents the franchise considering that we can see literally every Pokemon's ranking all the way down to the least popular Pokemon of all time. Can I get an F in the chat for Semi-Seer coming in at dead last in this popularity poll? Poor guy. Another reason why I didn't go with the 2020 popularity results is because it only shows the top 5 Pokemon of each generation, and I don't feel like that's an accurate representation as to what fans are actually feeling. So I feel that this 2016 poll is important to this video because it shows that Generation 1 dominates the poll even during a time like Generation 6 where there was no Return to Kanto title released. For example, Umbreon, Espeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon all appear in the top 100 Pokemon of 2016, with the lowest ranking of these being Umbreon at 86th place. But Funko better make a Cubone first because Generation 1 is obviously superior. Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. 3 of the, if not the most popular final form starters in Pokemon history. They're the starters that most players explore their first region of the Kanto with, whether it be Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire Red, Leaf Green, or the Let's Go titles. They are the second set of starters you receive in X and Y, getting brand new Mega Evolutions before any other set of starters, and most recently, other than the starters native to the Galar region, they are the only starters to receive Gigantamax forms. Their popularity and their influence on the Pokemon franchise is unmatched, so imagine how fast their pops would sell. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I feel a little guilty. Maybe I'm just being like a little too harsh on Charizard, and I don't know, maybe I should loosen up a little bit. No, I took it too far. Yeah, this feels right. Yeah, what the fuck is that about? Charizard still doesn't have a pop. One of the most popular Pokemon of all time, ranked above Pikachu in the 2020 popularity poll. Its cards sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars on the secondary market, and it's on thousands of pieces of merchandise. But for some reason, Funko continues to make variants after variants. Pikachu, Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Eevee, Pichu, Vulpix, Mewtwo, Growlithe, and Grumpy Pikachu have flocked variants, and now it looks like Diamond and Silver variants are going to be a constant thing throughout 2021. And honestly, I really didn't have a problem with flocked Pokemon because like every single line has some sort of variant nowadays. Name a line that doesn't have a flocked or a glow or a chrome variant. It's pretty commonplace in the lines now that Funko's releasing, and most collectors should be pretty comfortable with that. But looking forward at 2021, it looks to be a nightmare. Not only are we going to be having silver metallic variants of each Kanto starter throughout the year, but now it looks like diamond variants are going to be a commonplace thing. And I know I'm in the minority here by saying that I actually like these diamond exclusives, but come on, 2 different variants happening at the same time, that's just taking up slots that could be new Pokemon in new molds. It's just too much oversaturation, and collectors are going to get burnt out really quick. And when you pair this with all of the 10-inch Pokemon that are coming out every other month, it just seems like there is a lot of variants with not a lot of new Pokemon to match it. If you look at the balance between original molds and variants of pre-existing molds, you'll find that there are more variants of Pokemon than there are original Pokemon pops themselves. It's also interesting to look at the way that the variants are allocated to each Pokemon, and here is a pie chart breaking down how many items go to each Pokemon no matter what the variation is, whether it's a mold change, a flocked variant, what have you. As you can see, Pikachu takes up a majority of this space, and imagine a world where even half of these variants went to other Pokemon, even if they're from Generation 1. It would be a much more diverse catalog with more Pokemon that people actually want rather than another Charmander variant. I think another big problem outside of just variants in general is the fact that Funko is mostly just producing base form Pokemon. Let me explain. Take the Rattata, Cubone, Growlithe, and Grumpy Pikachu wave that released last year in 2020. Now imagine if the wave was Rattata, Raticate, Cubone, Marowak, Growlithe, and Arcanine. This is a strong 6-item wave with yet another popular Pokemon whose pop is still yet to be made, Arcanine. Or remember that waving Pikachu from 2019? Imagine if that was a full-fledged Pikachu Takeover, waving Pikachu, Pichu, and Raichu. Hell, maybe even toss in the Attack or the Grumpy Pikachu for a store exclusive to make the wave even bigger. Why not start theming releases with Pokemon lines rather than only doing base forms of every Pokemon evolution line? While collectors just like me would still be complaining about the oversaturation of Pikachu, why not just get it over with in one set instead of spreading out the unbearable amount of Pikachu? And if we look forward to the 2 new waves of Pokemon Pops that are still yet to hit store shelves, we do see a lot of brand new Pokemon. We have Mew, Psyduck, Ponyta, Meowth, but imagine if those waves were Ponyta, Rapidash, Meowth, Persian, Psyduck, and Golduck, as opposed to a fuck ton of Pikachu and a fuck ton of Silver. An argument against this claim is that Funko did do the Evolution wave with Eevee, Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon, and while that is the case, right after that set came out, it was right back to doing base form Pokemon all over again. So it's just frustrating to see that Funko can do it, but they're just choosing not to, and to just keep doing cute Pokemon and base form Pokemon time after time. Another challenge to this claim is the Afternoon with Eevee set, where they did a bunch of Evolutions, one for each month, that were a bunch of little cute vinyl figures that you could kind of put all together in a circle. So Funko does have the ability to do it, but they are choosing to do vinyl figures over Pops for these evolutions. But it does beg the question, if Funko has the ability to do whichever Pokemon they want, why are they doing it so slowly, and why are they only focusing on variants and prioritizing base form Pokemon? And if you'd ask me, it's because Funko is playing the long game rather than jamming us full of different Pokemon. But you gotta think, Funko's probably just taking the license slow rather than rush out and do all of the popular Pokemon first. I mean, even if Funko decides to make literally all 151 original Pokemon, at some point they'd have to start jumping into other generations. Now, I doubt very highly that they're ever going to make a Seal or a Golbat Pop, but I guess you never really know. But there are plenty of Pokemon out there that I would dub as more popular than Rattata. So I put out a PSA asking everyone in the Funko community to send me a video of them saying who their favorite Pokemon is, and here's what we got.
Lickitung.
Gengar. Can't go wrong with some Gengar.
Raichu.
It would be the Lonin Vulpix and the Lonin Xantru.
Ninetales.
Growlithe and Arcanine.
Snorlax, mother.
Rayquaza, not Rayquaza.
My favorite Pokemon is Charizard, the one and only.
Charizard.
Easy. Charizard.
Shrek.
It's really interesting to see everybody's favorite Pokemon, isn't it? And I want to thank everybody who sent in a clip to be featured in this video. I love seeing everybody pick unique Pokemon like Snorlax and Rayquaza, Gengar, all of the love for Charizard, even though you guys already know how I feel about him. Personally, my favorite Pokemon is Blossom. It's been my favorite Pokemon since I was a child, but if they haven't made a Rayquaza and Snorlax pop, it's not looking good for you, Blossom. So where does this leave us, and what does the future of the Pokemon and Funko partnership hold? I doubt they're going to start breaking their patterns now, and I think the most likely contenders for Pops in 2021 include Pidgey, Sandshrew, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, Zubat, Ghastly, Abra, Slowpoke, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Magikarp, and Ditto, but I really do feel like there are better choices out there, and I think a majority of the community would rather see so many other Pokemon than any of the other ones that I just mentioned. Instead of Magikarp, give us Gyarados, and instead of Ghastly, give us Gengar. Now, in these video essays, I'm usually talking about things that I really don't like about an aspect of Funko, but outside of all of these variations, I really do think that this Pokemon partnership is great. I love Pokemon, I love Funko, so this is a dream come true for me and a majority of other collectors. And although we all have our different opinions as to which Pokemon Funko should make next, I'm just happy to see that these conversations are able to be had. And I would love to know what Pokemon you guys want to see from Funko next in the comments down below. No, seriously, leave me a comment down below. It really helps out with the algorithm. And as the years go on between Funko and Pokemon's partnership, I really am optimistic that Funko will continue to push the mold forward, but we're gonna have to kind of trek through all these different variants to get there. I know I can speak for a majority of the community when I say that we are getting burnt out on all these different variants. And while I do personally enjoy collecting them because I do think some of them look good, I do agree that the market is becoming far too oversaturated with all these different variants. Instead of giving us silver metallic variants, give us fully evolved Pokemon. Instead of giving us Diamond Edition Pokemon, give us Pokemon from all the generations. And instead of giving us flocked Pokemon, actually, I gotta do something real quick. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the vault. My name is Money, and I'm going to be standing outside in the snow until somebody can tell me if Mr. Mime is furry or not. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video essay on the Pokemon franchise. I hope you enjoyed. Right down here, you're going to see a link to another video essay that I did here on the channel. Last month's video essay was on Funko's 12 Days Bundles, and next month's is going to be on Emerald City Comic Con 2021, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more stuff here on the channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.